Hi everybody, I'm Alexa Von Tobel and this is the one-on-one at Hotel Palms. And one thing I just want to say, I love Hotel Palms. I'm originally from Jacksonville. This is the coolest hotel and I'm just really excited to be part of this.
It's so good to have you here. You launched right into what would have been my first question, which was, you're from Jacksonville.
Yep.
So that is so cool because not a lot of people are from Jacksonville.
Yep.
What was growing up here like for you?
First it was actually pretty magical.
Yeah.
I grew up in a tiny community. The same cul-de-sac was my absolute best friends on the planet. Danielle and Jody Snyder of Danny Joe literally were my next door neighbors. We could ride our bikes to our little preschool and then eventually elementary school. And then I went to Bowles, and so I look back and we spent most weekends on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did as literally middle schoolers, and then high schoolers was to go to the beach and surf and hang out. And I think back, I was sitting today and pinched myself. I was it's October on the beach and it is gorgeous. And I was did I actually grow up with this weather year round? Because I forget just how amazing life is when the weather is so amazing now that I am a New Yorker.
So, given all of your achievements, and there are plenty of them, this event tonight is called Elevate, and it's an intimate experience for the intellectually curious. So you're obviously curious. You wouldn't have achieved so much had you not been curious. So what sparks your curiosity, Alexa? And why is it so important for our personal and professional growth to remain curious?
So it's amazing. I really do credit so much of it to my dad, because growing up it was just, we were constantly doing silly things. For example, we used to put interesting chemicals into fire to make it turn purple, and it was we were constantly I think sort of learning in these really fun and creative ways. My dad was a pediatrician and just loved to make sure that we were learning, and it just really stuck with me. So I love to learn. I mean, there's some things I'm good at learning. There's some things that I have to listen to 3 or 4 times and I'm do I really understand it? But I truly I like building things. I love entrepreneurs. I love anybody with a passion for something.
Mm-hmm.
If you find me at a cocktail party, I'm going to take the person in the corner that's most excited about what they're working on, and then I'm going to go deep on tell me everything.
Okay.
And I just really, I love people. I think clearly an extrovert, and so I love people. I love ideas. I love passion, and those are my favorite things to talk about.
So you recently wrote a new book called Financially Forward. Pick it up at your nearest bookstore. And some of the statistics you share are super staggering. Can you talk more about our current state and what are your biggest tips to get our finances on track?
So just in general, personal finance, I always like to say it's so daunting. People are stressed. There's so much anxiety around it. And I actually think that the income dynamics in America are going to get worse, not better.
Okay.
And so as a result, I'm just really passionate about, and I really care about the American family. As I said, I grew up a normal kid. I was actually born in Kentucky, grew up in Jacksonville, and have grandparents from Indiana. And I feel like I am passionate about how do we help every American family feel better about their wallet. And I think money is just this really bad thing that we are constantly really stressed out about.
Yeah, I agree. I know before I read Financially Forward that I was feeling super stressed out about money, but you break it down in a way that's layman's terms, super easy to understand, specifically 50-30-20. So can you talk a little bit more to that? And being that we're at a hotel and we welcome a lot of travelers, where does travel fit in?
Yeah, that's
50-30-20.
It's amazing. So essentially, let's just keep it really simple. Let's say that you make $1,000 a month as a family. People always say, what can I afford? And there's this great, and so I'm a certified financial planner, there's this great lesson, 50-20-30, which is 50% of that 1,000 would be able to go to your core essentials. That's the roof over your head, so your rent or your mortgage, your utility bill, so if you pay electricity, whatever it is, because again, you need to be able to have a roof over your head.
Mm-hmm.
Groceries, you could eat a grocery every minute of every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then making sure your transportation to and from your job. So if you live in Jacksonville, it's a car. If you live in New York City, it's a subway. And that's your essentials. 20% goes towards the future. And that really should be saving. So I always tell people, they're like, how much should I be saving? And they're like, about 20% of what you make at the minimum. And then 30% or less is the fun stuff. So it's $300 again if you made that 1,000. And that's the travel, that's the gifts you give, that's the yoga classes, that's the surfing lessons, the green juice, whatever it may be. It's the going out, it's the restaurants. And that is a really good framework to give you a sense based on how much you're making, what you're, living beneath your means. What does that mean?
Right.
That gives you a sense of what your means are.
Last question. You've recently started a new venture firm, Inspired Capital. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what this next chapter holds for you? Super excited for you for this.
Sure. So as a passionate, avid entrepreneur, after having a successful exit, sold LearnVest for a few $100 million, I had a moment where my husband and I were chatting about the fact that I was like looking up every new company and wanting to meet their CEOs, and I would just like find cool companies and email the CEO and be like, I love what you're doing and I just want to root for you and be helpful. And I ended up starting to angel invest in just big tech ideas and some things that, and one day I just said to myself, I'm literally doing this nights and weekends. And as you get older, you want to better understand who you are, and I'm really bad at a lot of things, and there's things that I'm good at, and what I found is if I do things I love, you get like 180% of me. It's like I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're ready to get out of bed. I started LearnVest because I really believe in financial planning for America. I love it. I don't think I could ever be sick of working for that mission. As an entrepreneur, I love ideas. I love people who want to go bend the future and breathe big innovation into existence. And so one day it literally came out of my mouth. I was like, it's like Inspired Capital. And
I love that.
And then I was like, oh my God, is that name taken? And it wasn't. And we were able to get it for a few $1,000s. And I was like, I can't believe that that name is not currently taken. And we snagged it and very quickly got to pull on some incredible people to work with. And it was from there. Our whole mission is we're in New York City, and we invest in the big entrepreneurs of tomorrow who want people who know how to build companies and understand all of the challenges. And building a company and being an entrepreneur is something I think we like almost hero worship in some ways. But as the person who has the wrinkles to prove it, it's brutal, and you need people who like love the game. And we love the game, and we love all the big challenges, and that's what we love to get out of bed to do, is help those entrepreneurs win, and that's what we're here to do.
Are you getting a lot of pitches?
Oh my God, we select 75 to 100 companies a week.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy. Yeah. So all shapes and sizes all around the country.
That's awesome.
Tech, innovation, marketplaces, consumer goods.
So all verticals.
All verticals. We love tech, so we're really focused. LearnVest was a financial planning technology software company, and so we love things that are complicated and hard. And
Right. Well, yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from
you know,
knowing the little that I know about you. Well, thank you everyone for watching. This is Alexa Von Tobel, and we're super excited. She's doing an event here tonight at the Hotel Palms, so be sure to check her out on Instagram at Alexa Von Tobel.
Yep, and at Inspired Capital.
Yes.